that point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. I promise you, where you're getting your best results will always lean towards your unique ability. Ultimately, what you focus on will define your identity. It will move from, I can't do this, I don't have this, to I am not this. It doesn't take long for, I don't have money, to become, I am poor. What you focus on ultimately will shape your sense of identity, because what you believe is what you become.
Whenever Dr. Sam speaks, your mind is going to be blown. Nothing less than what he always delivers.
He still doesn't run out of inspiration. Every time you listen to him, you are still inspired. He's been doing this over many years. It's like he doesn't age doing it.
Just by mere meeting him, he has shifted my capacity.
Energetic, engaging, and filled with a lot of revelation and information that can change your life and move us from where we are now to the next level. Dr. Samadeyemi is the real deal.
It is when we find ourselves in very difficult circumstances, impossible circumstances, that actually is when our best potentials are released. We're tougher than the tough times.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Shift Conference. Before I say anything, please can we put our hands together for Dr. Samadeyemi.
I was on a salary of 30,000 naira a month, and I asked myself, Gabriel, what else can you do to earn 30,000 naira a month? If I can sell one truck of diesel, I'll make 30,000 naira a month. When you have a strategy, you implement it.
You must be intentional about building strategic relationships. The power that you have is not absolute in the space, because you must control the space to work, to support you, to deliver value. Hard work is good. I didn't say don't work hard, but working smart is better. Working smart is about maximizing productivity using every resource that is available to you.
Your mindset is like a compass. If it's off just a little bit, it's going to take you a lot of time to reach your goal. See, money is a tool. And so what I realized is if a person can change their priorities around their money, they could change their outcome. If they can change their mindset around their money, they could change their money outcome. Our financial outcomes is a derivative of our money behaviors.
You cannot travel within and stand still without. When you see cannot, that's riding on a principle. If I could push the inside, the outside is designed to do everything possible to catch up with it.
It gives us great pleasure to unveil to you, reveal to the world for the first time, his latest book titled Shifts.
My experience was great.
This event was a fantastic event. It shifted me to the next level. Excellence, content was really, really powerful.
I enjoyed every minute of Shift. It was amazing, transformative. I particularly enjoyed Dr. Sam's session.
This was a world-class conference. I don't think I was really ready for the transformation that really happened in the room. All the speakers were so amazing.
My experience at the Shift conference was honestly mind-blowing. It's a blessing, honestly, to be here, and I'm really glad to have been able to participate in this year's Shift conference.
Shift. Hello everyone. We've had an amazing experience here in Dubai at our C-Suite High Impact Strategy Retreat for executive leaders. The sessions have been powerful. Delegates from several countries have been here. The conversations have been amazing. The relationships powerful. And we just got a your experience, right? It's been refreshing and life-changing. Watch out for the dates for our C-Suite retreats for 2026 and the locations. Promises to be life-changing. See you soon.
This year's experience has been amazing, phenomenal.
Everything here is done excellently.
The food was great, wonderful people, learned a lot. So I'm so excited and I can't wait to be back next year.
experience was great.
It was amazing, transformative.
I was blown away by the speakers.
Excellence. Content was really, really powerful.
This was a world-class conference. I will be here for Shift 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Samadeyemi.
That point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where a poor man becomes a rich man. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny.
Success is a journey, it's not a destination. The mistake too many people make is to say, I have arrived. No, you need to stay on entrepreneurial shift.
You have to have a huge desire for the thing that you really, really want. So if that means you have to spend 40, 60, 80 hours a week to get there, that's a burning desire. Who has a burning desire to build wealth today?
Sometimes you won't have all the answers. Neither do the men. 50% of our population cannot be sitting back. God bless you.
Get up, ladies. Get up, men. Get up, children. Get up and run with the light that you have.
In life, if you don't move, words without action is nothing. So when you told your neighbor shift, did you shift? In this book, you will find out that to make changes can be very uncomfortable, but when you start, it gets easier.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. And thank you for joining us on the Leadership Live. Yes. How have you been? How's your day been? Awesome. Well, I am hoping that the week is up to a fantastic start with you. Yes, I can see some regulars in the room already. If it's your first time, we'd like to say a very special welcome to you. This Leadership Live is a meeting of our global community of leaders. We are people who believe that the world can be better. And the world can be better if we choose to influence one another positively. Yes, if it's your first time, I'd like you to know for us here, our understanding of leadership is not only tied to the occupying of a position. We believe that leadership is the ability to influence one or more people to achieve goals. And we believe that everyone has that capacity to influence. It's just that most people never develop that capacity and they never deploy it to make the world better. In our community, we are committed to learning how to build our influence and how to use it for the common good. So you are in the right place today. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Can you put the city and the country that you're joining us from? This is usually a global event. Thank you, Onyekachi from Benin City. Good to see you. Good to see you. Winner from Mississauga. That's in Canada. Good to see you. Amazing. Kaide from Ekiti, Ejaite from Benin. Good to see you again, Terrell and Simpson. Rotimi from Atlanta. Good to see you. Simpson from Wales. Yes. Good to see you again. Minstrel too. And my dear sister Janet from Indiana. Good to see you again. Solomon from Yola. Good to see you. Clement from Bayelsa. And yes. Wow, so many people. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, I don't want to jump. My computer just did a jump. Good. So Peter from Abuja. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Dixon says, I was yesterday's celebration. It was phenomenal. Yes, Terrell in Atlanta. Thank you. We appreciate that. And Dominic says, it's my first time. You are very specially welcome. Oluwatosin is in Kent, London. Thank you. Marvelous says, it's your first time. Thank you for joining us. Same with Chidima. That's amazing, right? Coming for the first time. Gold from Nigeria. Thank you. It's your first time too. Wow. Pastor Grace in Uyo. Thank you. Beatrice in Lagos. Thank you. Samuel Wensu says it's first time. We appreciate that. And Esther is in Lagos. Pastor Tim Baker is in Chicago. Thank you so much. Minstrel in Ilori. Bennett Yemi in Tampa, Florida. Wow. Marvelous is in Abuja. Thank you. Pastor Grace is in Uyo. And Chidima is in Lagos. And Yomi is in Edmonton, Canada. Janet in Benue. And Jukwekem is in Oka. Ifeoluwa from Oyo State, Nigeria. Ajadi is in Ibadan. Fortress is in Lagos. Thank you so much. Joshua in Lagos. Awesome. Pastor David Abidoye, I see you from Port Harcourt. Thank you. Omoyemi is in Wembley, London. Thank you. Olayinka says, this is my first time from Ibadan, Nigeria. Thank you. Pastor Silas is in Ghana. John in Lagos. Dominic in Lagos. Family is everything. Brooklyn, New York. Thank you so much. Samuel Wensu is in Nigeria. Andrews in L'Aquila, Italy. Thank you. Osaze in Lagos. John in Oka. Olubori in Lagos. Omo in Benin. Caleb is in Aba. David in Abuja. Daniel in Eboi. Thank you. All in Nigeria. Helen is joining us from the Netherlands. Good to see you. Maya Wine Brooks, Alberta in Canada. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. James Alex from Lagos. Thank you. Always looking forward to Mondays lately. Thank you. Femi says it's the first time. Thank you. Sam 7 in Kumasi, Ghana. Our regular. Kalio from Port Harcourt, Adetiwa is in Lagos. Thank you. Yeah, Chukwuekem says it's first time. Thank you. Gold from Nigeria. Thank you for the first time. Yes, for the very first time. Good. Osaz is in Lagos. Akuna, you're welcome. It's your first time. Helen says it's the first time too from the Netherlands. Thank you. Emmanuel, first time from Ogun State. Affairs in Ibadan. Amazing. Better Gold, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Did some flying for some hours today. I'm in good shape. Thank you, Joy from Benin, Architect from Lagos, Vision from the US, Deba from Edo State, Femi from Lagos, Olubumi from Lagos. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us from all the platforms, from X, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Thank you for joining us. Rio from Lokoja, thank you. Silences, I really admire you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Being committed to adding value to others makes you admirable, right? Makes you attractive. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So let's do something, right? Since in our community, we believe that leadership is ability to influence, let's try it, right? Share the link to this broadcast. Today, we're discussing why leaders fail. Huge subject, isn't it? Huge subject. So, and we don't actually need to wait for people to fail before we tell them why they failed. It's something to know upfront. That's why the topic is so important. It's wisdom, you know. It's wisdom. King Solomon said that a wise man sees evil from afar and hides himself. That's strategic vision. You sense where things are going, right? And you can make adjustments now that will alter your outcome. That's why today's topic is important. So please share this link, retweet the post. Let me see the one that I can do. I think the easy one that comes is on X, and I can repost right away. Right? Yeah. So the point is, we don't know where each person is going to be. You don't know. Somebody is going to be a governor or a senator or maybe chancellor of a university or vice chancellor or you know, CEO of an organization. At least most people are going to be leaders in their families. So if people know how to lead, then it makes the world better. A leader, you know, is like a tide that comes in and lifts all the boats in the harbor. That's it. Leadership is a big deal. Okay. Why do leaders fail? So I'm going to talk for a little bit. I know it's night for some of us already, so we're not going to keep us late. I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then I'm going to give us the opportunity to ask questions. And when it's time, you'll be able to type your question in the chat room, right? And we'll take on a few of them. Okay. Good. So let me especially welcome Brian, who says he's here for the first time. Very much welcome. Welcome, Miracle. Thank you, Andrews. Already shared the link. Fantastic. Shiliola is joining us from London. Amazing. Ayomide from Lagos. Stanley from Port Harcourt. Amazing. And Samson from Uyo. Thank you, Beto. Yes, Yemi Ajadi in Ibadan. You're very much welcome. And Dixon in Onisha, Eniola from Lagos, and Damola from London, UK. Kolawole from Scotland. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Why do leaders fail? The first reason why many leaders have challenges is lack of vision. Remember here, by reason of our definition, when we say leaders, it's not an opportunity for us to be traffic wardens, right? In those of us who have traffic wardens in our countries, you know, they direct traffic. They don't move, but they direct. And sometimes when we attend a session like this where we're sharing knowledge, it's just normal human nature to be directing traffic, right? Oh, that's for this person, that's not for me, that's for them. Especially when we hear the word leader, right? Oh, then it's for the guys in government. No. Let's talk about us today, okay? One of the major reasons, so when we say leader, I mean you. That's what I'm saying. And I mean me. One of the major reasons why leaders fail is vision. The wisest king in the Old Testament and the Bible, King Solomon, said, where there is no vision, people perish. Vision, the way we define vision here, is ability to see people, places, and things, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. The first thing that makes you a leader is the desire to bring improvement. When you are dissatisfied with the way things are, when there is something inside you that refuses to accept that the world is in its final state, then your leadership material, your leadership potential is showing. You've got to see things moving forward. So that's why we say, right, the major quality of a leader is vision. The major quality of a leader is vision. Bill Hybels said, you take vision out of a leader, there's nothing left. Okay? You take vision out of a leader, there's nothing left. Let me repeat our definition of vision, my definition of vision. Ability to see people, places, and things, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. Of course, the equipment that you use for that is your imagination. The seeing that we're talking about is not the use of your physical eyesight. What your physical sight perceives is the current state, the material state. And we're saying that you have inner eyes that are activated by your imagination. So when you are a leader, you see people not just the way they are, but the way they could be. And the most fundamental dimension to leadership is self-leadership. So you have to start with you, seeing yourself not just the way that you are, but the way you could be. Nobody is going to follow you. If you believe that you won't amount to anything, you won't be better than you are now, why should anybody follow you, right? Right? So sometimes what we're saying is people find themselves in leadership positions. It happens. And then you have to work with people, maybe 5 or 10 or 20 or 100 in your department. And you're looking at all those people, you're feeling powerful because you're a leader, but you cannot see the future for them. You cannot see their lives being better, than they are now. And so part of where the problem is going to begin to show is when they begin to show some brilliance, right? They begin to accomplish some extraordinary things, that then becomes a threat to the leader. It's a big problem. Vision is ability to see people and then places, your community, your organization, your nation, ability to see them becoming better than they are now. Things, products, services, ability to see them not just the way they are, but the way they could be. That's why you need innovation. That's why you need creativity. You see why this vision thing is so composite and is the one thing that integrates the various dimensions of the life of a leader and the process of leading, that vision thing. So if a leader does not have a vision, there's going to be a big problem. Someone defined leadership as taking people from point A to point B. Well, leader cannot see point B. So where are we going? This vision thing, you know the way Jesus Christ put it. He said, leave them alone. They are blind leaders of the blind. And when the blind follow the blind, both of them will fall into a ditch. It doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. So, vision is important because it is the basis for evaluation. Vision is important because it's the basis for evaluation. If we did not agree on where we were going, wherever we find ourselves, that's the destination, right? Wherever we find ourselves. Why can't leaders articulate where we're going? It's a big problem. If you're following someone who cannot clearly articulate where we're going. When I listen to a leader of an organization or leader of a family or even leader of a nation, if they cannot confidently articulate where we're going to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I cannot in all good faith follow them. Listen, vision is what you break down to have goals, right? Goals are then the tangible targets, measurable targets that you set to reflect the vision, right? To make the vision possible. Vision is just a picture, but then you need goals, right? Where there are no goals, there's no success. Forget it, because success is simply the achievement of goals. So when leaders don't have goals or targets that are measurable, that's a problem. Right? Because that is the basis for evaluation. This vision thing is a big thing. You say, oh, how do I get vision? Stimulate your imagination. Stimulate your imagination by showing it new things. Stimulate your imagination by showing your inner mind new things. I'll tell you one of the easiest ways to do that. Read. Read. When you read, your inner eyes are open. Reading, when you read a book, you are rubbing minds with the author. You buy a book for $20 or so, and then it probably is written by someone at the top of their career somewhere, you know, in some line of profession, and you have the opportunity of rubbing minds with that kind of a person for just $20. Can you see that it is actually smart people that buy and read books? There may be digital books, there may be hard cover or hard copy, sorry. Attending an event like this opens your mind, right? Olufumi, you're in Abu Dhabi. Oh my God, it's 1:25 a.m. at your end. Oh, thank you for joining us, though. We really appreciate it, right? And thank you. Olatunde Glory from Nigeria and Adobe in the UK. Thank you for joining us. Miracle says it's my first time. I'm just getting to see this notification on my LinkedIn. That's amazing. Rosemary is in Cameroon, Kolawole in Scotland. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Okay. So I'm just saying, just look at all the groups that you belong to right now. It may be organization, it may be at the local level, it may be at the national level, and ask yourself, have my leaders been articulating clearly what they believe the future will look like, right? I say trying to succeed without having goals is like playing a soccer match without any goalposts. You're going to play, you're going to kick the ball hard, but it doesn't matter the direction in which you kick the ball, you will never hear anybody shout, goal, right? Good to see you, Prof. Dr. Taiwo. Hey. See, this vision thing is the first thing that makes you a leader. Have you observed that when you decide on your destination, the road and the vehicles that will take you there become clear? Right? Yeah. I was on a 6-hour flight today, and when I wanted to buy the ticket, if they said, "Oh, what's your destination?" and I said, "Well, I've not actually made up my mind. Maybe when I am in the air, I'll then decide where I want to go." Would they have sold me a ticket? No, they don't sell tickets to people that have not made up their minds on where they want to go. That's life, right? If you have not decided on where you want to go, any road can take you there. So, vision. Lack of a defined vision is one of the major reasons why leaders fail. And it sounds so abstract, right? And so simple, right? That people, it's no surprise that people don't take it as a really serious thing, but it is really serious. And that's why, again, I refer back to what Bill Hybels said, that if you take vision out of a leader, you've cut the heart out of the leader. So there's nothing left. That's what controls everything else, right? So as a person, if you're going to be effective as a leader every step of the way, you've got to stimulate your mind, stimulate your imagination. So remember, I spoke about reading. Maybe I should just call it studying, composite. You've got to be going on YouTube. You've got to be watching videos, right? You've got to even know your own learning style. Do you know your learning style, right? Some of us are good with reading texts. Some of us are better with listening to audio. Some of us learn best by watching videos. Have you identified your learning style, your best learning style? I do best with reading texts, right? So absorbing information, rubbing minds with other people, bringing fresh ideas into your mind. I'm sure you know also that education makes a world of difference. There, yes, education makes a world of difference. Education, sharpens your inner faculties, and gives you the greater capacity to create, to see new things, right? To create solutions. Traveling also changes your life in an amazing way. Traveling, seeing new things. I always share the story of how my dear wife, Dr. Nikki, and I went to Dubai for the first time some 25 years ago. And my brain was shifting. The very first day we were walking on the road, and I just said, "Stop." Stop. She said, "What?" I said, look at it. She said, "What?" I said, "The police car. The police car." It was a police patrol car, and it was brand new Mercedes E-Class. Now, this was my first trip outside of Africa, and I knew what police patrol vans looked like. And here I was seeing a brand new Mercedes-Benz E-Class, the latest edition, and it was a normal patrol car. Now, if you've heard the story about the Dubai police, they also have Lamborghinis, right, and Ferraris as police cars. So if you want to run, let's go. But this is where I'm going. What seemed like luxury to me as I began to visit more advanced countries, I got to realize they were normal in other places. So the definition of normal shifted in my brain. That's how you get vision. Mentoring is also very important that you have someone who's already achieved what you are trying to achieve. There is something about that is inspiring. It dawns on you that they don't have two heads. They don't have four legs. They are humans like you. If they can do it, so why can't you do it? That's what goes on in your mind when you see someone just like you doing what to you is still a dream. These are ways that you stimulate vision. And if, like me, you are a prayerful person, right, then prayer is also important. There you engage the help of God to open your inner eyes, to stimulate your imagination. That works for me a lot. That works for me a lot. Thank you, Alfred. George Banner defined vision as foresight based on insight with the benefit of hindsight. You know, what is common to those three words: foresight, insight, and hindsight? Sight. So foresight is seeing ahead, and it is your imagination that gives you that beautiful privilege. Right where you are right now, you know, attending this leadership live, you can travel 10 years ahead, right? You can travel 10 years ahead, and, you know, maybe you're a teenager and you want to see your wedding day. You can travel ahead to your wedding day and imagine that day, how you'll be dressed, how beautiful you'll be, right? You can travel ahead in your imagination to 10 years ahead and see when you become the CEO of your organization or when you become the governor of your state, right? You can travel to the future in your imagination. Your imagination is your opportunity to overcome your limitations. That's why we're saying if somebody is not using this equipment, the person is going to be stranded. Because ultimately, the way we're wired, you know, in the relationship between us and nature, it is what we see with the inner eye that we eventually see in the outer eye. Or the way somebody puts it, you will ultimately attract the material equivalent of your most dominant thoughts. So who said being a president or being a governor or being a senator excludes you from reading or from attending conferences or training, right? Or from having a coach or mentor, right? In fact, you notice the higher people rise, the more premium they place on reading, on attending training, because it gets more, your ability to use your imagination gets more critical because you need to create real solutions, right? Thank you. Yes, Alfred says, he who doesn't read is no better than he who can't read. Oh, Masom, I just saw this notification for the first time. Glad to be here. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so vision, whatever it takes, you must be seeing the future. You must be seeing improvement, right? As a leader, that is what makes you inspiring, right? A vision shapes your life. The first thing, one of the major things it does is it defines your identity. Because when you see yourself in the future, you're seeing a new you. You're seeing a different you. So you'll find out the way you refer to yourself will begin to change. Your language will begin to change. Yeah. And that's exactly the same thing you do for other people. Remember, vision is ability to see people, places, and things, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. And that leads me to the second reason why leaders fail: lack of self-awareness. Lack of self-awareness. You know, I was asking, what's your reading style? Oluremi says, I'm not good at reading long articles or books. That's it. So some people's reading or learning style is auditory, audio. And that's why the audio books sell a lot these days, right? And for some people, it's visual. And for some of us, it's reading texts. I read large volumes of texts, right? And my imagination plays the pictures while I'm reading. Sometimes if you put me in front of a video, I could slip off, right? Know your learning style. Self-awareness. It's a special gift that only humans have. Self-awareness. The human is the only creation that can come out of himself or herself and look at himself or herself. Does that make sense? And you know the amazing thing, it's still by reason of that, of the use of that equipment, imagination. You can come out and look at your life and assess your life like an outsider. Many people don't use it. You know what it does? It helps you to recognize your strengths, helps you to recognize what makes you special, helps you to identify your gifts. It's fantastic. What is working for you? If you don't use that self-awareness, the likelihood is that you are overlooking what makes you special. Thank you, Israel, for joining us. Rotime says you only capture the future that you picture. Picture the future you want to feature in. Thank you. Dr. Stephen, good to see you. I try to read an average of a book a month. I read both hard and soft copy books. I rarely watch TV, but I could read all day. That's it. That's self-awareness. You know what works for you. Gladys says, I always felt guilty for not being able to read 10 pages of a book. Sometimes the problem is with the educational system because they did not expose us to the other ways of learning, right? So she says she was feeling guilty, whereas you could just switch, to audiobooks and have a home run or watching videos. Now, on YouTube, you could go to university. There's almost no skill you cannot learn on YouTube. It's amazing. But a lot of people don't even know. Use YouTube only for entertainment. It's fantastic for education also. Okay, good. Self-awareness. What makes you special? You know the way talents work, right? It is talent when what you're doing is normal to you because it's natural to you. However, when somebody else experiences it, it makes great impact on them. That's how a talent works. So you don't necessarily feel gooey or feel special when your gift or talent is working. No, because it's natural to you. It is the person that is receiving it that realizes, oh my God. E.g., right? Example, music. If you have an angelic voice, it's from childhood that someone would hear. You will have the love of music. And when you're singing, someone in your family will hear you and think, what a voice. And then gradually they pull you into the choir here, in school, in church, and then somewhere along the line, a producer hears you and then thinks, oh my God, the world needs to hear. And then boom, they put you on some platform where a lot of people can hear you. But you will just be doing what is normal to you. You did not put the voice there. No professor of music can put the music in you. They can only help you to cultivate what is there already. So it is for that fact that you don't necessarily feel extraordinary that you are at the risk of overlooking your talent, overlooking your gift. Have you paid enough attention? So that lack of self-awareness can turn a leader into a struggler, right? You can be struggling. Secondly, when you are not aware of your strengths, of your talents, or what makes you unique, the likelihood is you'll be comparing yourself with other people and you'll be feeling short. You'll be idolizing other people. You'll be, admiring their gifts. You'll be comparing yourself with them or to them, and then you just feel short, right? And frustrated. They say the grass always looks greener on the other side of the fence. It's amazing the way human psychology works. The average person abandons their own and they go on admiring what other people have. It's like some of us think that life is a spectator sport. Like a game of soccer, you have two men running after a piece of leather that is filled with air. A piece of leather that is filled with air, right? And then thousands of people, sometimes tens of thousands of people are spectators. Life is not like that. Every single person is a special player in their own area. So have you identified your strengths? I'll never forget my experience coming across the book, Transformed Temperaments by Tim and Beverly LaHaye. Tim and Beverly LaHaye, LaHaye. Oh my God. It was in my early 20s that we came across the book. Oh my God. And, you know, they described the 4 basic temperaments: the choleric, the sanguine, the melancholic, and the phlegmatic. 2 are extroverts, 2 are introverts. And they wrote the strengths and the weaknesses of each. It was a revolution. Oh my God. Oh my. So what I discovered until then was the likelihood is somebody has criticized you for doing something excessively when that thing was actually your gift. Like they say, you talk too much. You talk too much. The likelihood is you're an extrovert. And talking for you is a gift. It's a strength. Of course, a strength stretched too far turns into a weakness, right? But a strength is a strength. You can't take that away. Some people are wired for communicating. And then someone like me, you keep quiet too much. You keep quiet too much. You think too much. Excuse me, I'm wired for thinking. I'm wired for thinking. So when we read the books, the effects, that book especially, Transform Temperaments, the effect it had on me was just, it was phenomenal. This was about 30 years ago, right? It was phenomenal. First, I got to see myself as gifted. I am gifted. I am gifted. You are gifted. That's what vision does. You know, we started from vision and then came here. And I said, the starting point is how you see yourself. Vision, how you see yourself. So how I saw myself changed. I am a gifted person. I'm a talented person. And I stay in the area of my talent. You look at the soccer team. People have their specialization. Everybody plays with their legs. The goalkeeper plays with the hand. Isn't that special? And without the goalkeeper, you'll be in trouble. Some play with the right leg. Some play best with the left, or play better with the left. Some are good at defending at the back, and some are good as strikers scoring the goals. Some are good midfield, because they are supposed to hold the ball and to distribute to the others. It's amazing. And then this thing, it had tremendous impact on my leadership because my younger brother happens to be extroverted, very extroverted, right? So when we were young, he would be everywhere, talking to people, greeting people, you know, friendly. My own estimation was he was not a serious-minded person. You can't be jumping around like that, greeting everybody and expect to amount to anything serious. The day I read Transform Temperaments and now saw that his friendliness, his ability to communicate, and all that, those were also strengths. Those are the strengths of the sanguine person. Friendly. In fact, I saw that his gifts were good for leadership. My respect for him went up. I was ashamed for criticizing what were his strengths. Now, if you're going to be a leader, how are you going to run a team when you keep running people down? Right? When you criticize people for what's supposed to be their gift, when as a leader, your team is supposed to leverage those gifts. Lack of self-awareness. One of the major ways for you to get self-awareness, apart from the things we've listed, reading, attending, event training like this, feedback. Feedback. Do you listen to people? How many times have people called you something and you threw it away? You threw it away because of lack of self-esteem, right? And what they were saying was positive. Okay? So you have a lot of leaders like that are wasting their opportunities because they lack self-awareness. I'll tell you this though, understanding your weaknesses, understanding the areas where you're not strong, where you're not a genius, that's also self-awareness. And it will help you a lot. When they want to put you in a role where you cannot excel, right? You can quickly speak up, right? Instead of struggling and doing what you're not cut out for. And the more you struggle and fail, the more your self-esteem crashes when they criticize you. Hello. Why are you chasing the profession or line of career that is not suitable for your design? Anyway, I hope these are helpful. We'll continue next time, right? I'm telling you that people can lead at the family, organizational, local, even national levels without self-awareness, without the knowledge of these things we're talking about. And the fact that we're discussing these things tells me something about you. There are some powerful opportunities coming ahead. And this discussion is just preparation. Amazing. Okay. Over the last 30 years, I have been teaching people the principles for success on major platforms. I've done it on media, radio, TV, reached millions of people. And then as I studied success more, I got to realize at the highest level, you empower other people to succeed. Then I discovered the power of leadership. That's leadership, right? And then as I studied leadership, I saw this huge gap for good leadership all over the world. Can you see the way the world is now? So much uncertainty. Yes, it's in the midst of disruption and uncertainties like this that leaders thrive most, because most people want certainty. They want stability for their lives. They want direction. They want at least a sense of direction. That's when the person with vision shows up. Anyway, I started a leadership school 2002, 23 years ago, the Daystar Leadership Academy, where we teach what you will learn in an average business school, but with a tilt, with a bent. Management skills, leadership skills. And we have over 55,000 people who are now alumni of our training. It's phenomenal, right? In fact, then we started the church on the side also 30 years ago. And so I went on radio 30 years ago, and then we started this church 30 years ago. And then the church has tens of thousands of members because the principles work. On social media, I have over 3 million followers combined, because it's been my full-time passion to teach people those basic principles for being successful. And personal success is self-leadership. And then to help people be free from selfishness, turn to other people and empower and help other people to be successful. And now I've been thinking, studying to define the next level. And I found it. Next level, especially with the way our world is going. In the process, I didn't stop with my self-development. especially in the leadership space. Did my master's program, then did the doctoral program and became a doctor of strategic leadership. And I found out right now, because of how important leadership is, occupying a position is a big deal, right? Occupying a leadership position is a big deal. One governor influences millions of lives. One president influences millions of lives. If you are president of the United States, that's 340 million people. If you are president in Nigeria, that's president over 200 million people, right? So it's a big. So what I decided to do is serve leaders, right, who have such heavy influences, right? Good. So this is the new deal, the Mastermind program. That's my new ambitious goal, starting from 2026, 10 months in the year, February to November. I want to work with 100 choice leaders that will be part of an elite circle of people that are ready to scale their impact, their wealth, and their legacy, right? After you become successful, so what next? What's left? Your heart will still be searching for something. And when leaders cannot define what it is, you know what they do? They go for more power and more money, even when those things are not useful to them anymore. Yeah. What you do is you move from success to significance. It is with such leaders that I want to work now. People who want to be what we call value leaders. You have money not just for the sake of having money. You have power not just for the sake of having power, but you use it to improve the world. Yes, it's a 10-month journey for visionary leaders and founders who want to multiply their impact, wealth, and legacy across Africa and the rest of the world. So just think about it. With so many people in our leadership community, the maximum we can take is 100. Absolute maximum 100. But the experience is going to be phenomenal, right? In the course of the 10 months, for example, we will have 2 C-suite retreats. Some of us know that we've been running these C-suite retreats for some years now. Last year, we were in Marrakech, Morocco. We use luxurious resorts or hotels because we want these C-suite leaders who work so hard to come and to be comfortable while we run our sessions, right? Usually we will run it once a year before. From next year for the Mastermind group, to be 2 beautiful spots around the world. That would include Marrakech, Morocco, Dubai, Cancun in Mexico, and some cities in the US, right? Just beautiful locations like that. The other very important thing about this is access to that network with 100 people, 100 highly influential people. It is life-changing. It is life-changing. So it's not I'll tell you, one of the major things we've heard from C-level leaders, I mean founders, CEOs, and C-level executives, is that they struggle a lot with loneliness. The more successful you become and the higher you rise, the more you realize it's only few people that can understand what you're saying anymore. When you discuss with people that are not yet functioning at your level, it's like you're taking your 10 by 10 vision and you are describing things inside it to someone with a 2 by 2 frame vision. It will stress their minds. Some people, you just make them unnecessarily envious. Some will be critical of you and things like that, and they won't be able to help you. So with time, you just learn. What's the point actually in sharing something with someone that can't help me? So you learn to be silent. What we then want to do is to bring 100 of these people together who are at the same level, peer-to-peer, right? Peer-to-peer mentoring. So the major thing, you're going to get amazing insights that are going to be revolutionary. They're going to build relationships. And the opportunities to make money are going to be there. Why? Because people like that always have opportunities. They're always looking for someone to help them to do something, right? So there's going to be a lot of mentorship. We're going to bring in high-profile mentors into some of the sessions. These people are going to meet together every month on Zoom, right? And they're going to rub minds for like 90 minutes. And yes, like I said, twice in the year, at least, we'll bring them together physically in a beautiful location around the world. And some of these people are going to have what we call social proof opportunities. So I organize training a lot on social media. So if I need to interview something or I need somebody to speak somewhere, it's the members of the group I'm going to reach out to first. So because one of the major things I want to see is to see them mentor a lot of people, see them share their stories with the world, see people inspired by them. After building wealth, the next thing left is influence, influencing the world for good. That's why I said the people we're raising are value leaders. Okay, good. So don't forget, it's only 100 people. We're going to give people opportunity to apply, right? You will need to complete an executive value audit, we call it, yeah, the form. And if you pass through that stage, then we'll do an interview. Yeah, you will size us up, we will size you up. We want to see if there's a fit. You know why? The program is not for everybody. That should be obvious, right? Only 100 people, so it's not for everybody. So and it's premium, right? It's premium. You would need to invest quite a bit, right, to be a part of it. So if you don't value investing in your own personal development, there's no need. I pay tens of thousands of dollars every year for self-development. So if you're not ready to make that investment, or you can't even afford to do that yet, fine. It will be possible later. But the program then probably may not be for you. If you don't value having a good name, I mean, you don't value integrity, you believe in quick success, right? And you don't mind cutting corners, this absolutely is not for you. Registration is not open yet, right? But this is what is open. You can jump on the wait list. You can jump on the wait list. And the link is there on the screen right now. My link tree, it's the first link on my link tree, linktr.ee/samadeyemi. You already know this is premium, right? Absolutely, this is premium. So you will invest quite a bit. But then when you invest, the ROI, return on investment, is just phenomenal, right? Just imagine that you get at least 5 to 10 times your money back, right? But more than that, what you're going to get is a whole lot more than that, right? Good. So please go to the link tree. The link to the link tree is also on my social media bio. So if you go on Instagram or X, there's a link there in my bio. Click on it, it will take you to the link tree, and then you click on it, and then you find the link to the wait list. So this is the advantage of getting on the wait list. 3 days before we open the registration to the whole world with a big announcement, we will allow the people on the wait list to apply first. We'll allow the people on the wait list to apply first. If they qualify, then they will pick dates for their discovery call, right? The interview. They will have that first choice. And then we will open it up to the whole world 2 or 3 days after that. Okay. You know, the first 100 people to get into this program, and we're going to be doing this every year, but it's just going to be 100 people. Now, the first 100 people to get on the program will be founding members, right? And then what will likely happen is that someone will not be able to get into the program without the recommendation of one of those original 100, or at least those who got in ahead of them, right? Because we need people values that align to get into the program. Anyway, please jump into the wait list right away. Jump on the wait list right away. Yeah, we wrote it's on the wait list form clearly. The turnover of your organization should be $1 million plus in a year, right? For this to be meaningful to you, right? Good. I'm looking forward to seeing you inside the program. It's going to be extraordinary. Just before we go, oh, yes. I'm going to take a few questions now, right? I'm going to take a few questions from, we do a lot of things. Good. So we're still going to be serving in a few other areas, although we're going to be shutting down a lot of the things we're doing currently just to be able to focus on that group, right? Just so important. Okay. 21st of February, 2026, we're going to have the Shift Conference Lagos. Shift Conference Lagos 2025 was amazing. Shift Conference 2026 is going to be super amazing. Shift Conference Lagos. That's the only Shift Conference we're having in 2026. We're shutting down every other one. Like I told you, we're shutting down a lot of things we're doing. The Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable, that will have to be on hold in 2026. I need to devote quite a bit of attention to the people in the mastermind. All right. So first, we had a number of people that were sponsorship partners, a number of organizations that were sponsorship partners for Shift Conference Lagos 2025. They really helped us. You know what that helped us to do? First, leadership is something people are just warming up to, especially in Africa. So these sponsors helped us to execute the conference with excellence. We got the beautiful Echo Hotel Conference, conference center. Beautiful and large, right? Secondly, we were able to give scholarships. We had 40 schools represented there. We asked them to send 10 people each from their schools, a mix of students and teachers. 400 scholarships for 400 people, fully subsidized, who came in. This year, we're increasing it to 500 because we're always mindful of the young people. And it was just so inspiring to see all of them in their school uniforms there. Yeah? So thank you to our sponsors for 2025. And I just wanted to ask, you can be a sponsor in 2026. We display the logo of your organization on our advertising. And then on the day of the event, we had this LED screen that was scrolling the names and logos of our sponsorship partners all through the conference. We'll do the same again in 2026. Can you send me an email if you want to find out about the sponsorship? Can you send me an email? info@samadeyemiglc.com. info@samadeyemiglc.com. And just say, I want to find out about sponsorship for Shift Conference Lagos 2026. Also, we have a wait list because we're about to start registration soon for Shift Conference Lagos. You can also get on the wait list for Shift Conference Lagos. If I encourage you, do so right away, right? And the most important part, we have the general session, then we have the VIP session in the afternoon. It's the VIP session you should target if you can. I absolutely encourage you. That's where the real shift happens. The biggest shift happens at the VIP session. So grab your seat. Again, when we start registration soon, it's the people on the wait list that will have the opportunity to snap their tickets before we open it up to the public if there are any seats left. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, just a few minutes and we're gone. Thank you. Adobe says, we need these value leaders to scale up their knowledge to us, to show impact and to be accountable to these goals. We need change. Absolutely. Many value leaders, many successful people don't know how valuable their stories are. They've not written books yet. Some are not, speaking yet at conferences and so on. And it's going to be a new level altogether when they learn how to do those things. And those are things we're doing already. So we're going to be working together on that. And Yola is asking, how do you balance your vision and being able to potentialize without your diversity being a distraction? Yeah. If you're going to make serious impact, you have to be focused, right? So this is a major challenge that some of us that are multi-talented have at so many things, and we want to do so many things at once. No, I said there's always that gift or talent that would be what I call the door opener, right? Take one at a time. Build something meaningful. Then leverage that success to use the other talents or gifts that you have to build the other ideas that you have. Yeah, they say if you chase two rabbits at the same time, you will catch none, right? Oh, thank you. Covenant Mindset. I've just jumped on the wait list. Thank you. Right. Okay, I hope that helps, Eniola. Miracle is asking, how can a leader effectively communicate a compelling vision to a team, especially in environments where personal agendas, greed, or selfishness may cause resistance to that vision? Now, let me just say to you straight away, personal agendas, greed, selfishness, those are normal human behavior. Don't let those throw you off. Those are the things you want to occupy, or overcome with vision. How do you effectively communicate a compelling vision? Fantastic question. Fantastic. Show how that vision will benefit the people you're talking to. That's what everybody is always asking. If you want to sell anything to anybody, what do? Show them how it's going to change their lives. Show them it's the exact thing they need to solve their problem. But how do you show them if you don't know what their problem is? You don't know what their needs are. That's why many sales efforts fail. Because we're busy describing the features of the product when we don't even know what the problem of the customer is. Yeah, the starting point of selling anything is not talking, it's listening. Right? It's not talking, it's listening. We did something along this line at Daystar Christian Center many years ago. Right? We've been trying different things and nothing seemed to be working until we asked ourselves, who are the people that live within 5 miles radius of us? What's the age distribution? What's their level of education? What are their needs? And poverty came number one. And then we had to ask ourselves, how have we been addressing the poverty problem? And we saw huge gaps there, huge. Once we addressed it in a practical, meaningful way, I was teaching entrepreneurship on Sunday morning, 7 a.m. It was boom. It's not difficult. So when you want to sell a vision as a leader, have you listened to the people first? Do you understand what is important to them? And can you find a connection between their needs and that vision you want to describe? Again, I use this as an example, because the reason why it's grown so large is because we were applying the principles there. So when we were about 500, I announced one Sunday that we were going to 2,000. I got a new vision. I got an inspired vision like that. So we're growing to 2,000. I was expecting everybody to clap and to be happy, but they were not. They were just looking at me. So in my mind, I was wondering, what did I say wrong? Why are these people not excited about what I'm saying? At the end of the service, one of us came to me and said, congratulations. So we're going from 500 to 2,000. I said, yes. She said, that's fantastic. She said, now, that means that the new people that are coming will be more than those of us that are here now. I said, that's true. I had not seen it that way. If you say we're going from 500 to 2,000, then it means the new people are going to be 1,500. So she said, it means that I won't be able to walk up to you like this anymore after our service. I'll have to book an appointment with your personal assistant. At that point, I realized it was the problem, the challenge that it was going to create for her that she was seeing. I said, no, not for somebody like you. But I got the message. I went back and was thinking, wow, oh my God, that's why they did not clap. Division is a threat. So I came back the next weekend. I made the same announcement again, but in a different way. I said, you see, some of you have been praying for wives. The reason why you've not seen your wife is because your wife is not here. Your wife is one of those new people that are coming to this church. That was when I had the first amen. I said, some of you have been praying for husbands. Your husband is not here. Your husband is one of those people that are coming. Said amen. Some of you have been looking for jobs. Your employer is one of those people that are coming. The amen was going up, and then the hand clap and so on. It's amazing. So I found out later, everybody's internal radio. Everybody has an internal radio, and it is permanently on the frequency WII-FM. What's in it for me? Yes. Find out what their needs are. Emphasize the benefit. What will they get? They will listen to you. That's how to set a vision. 2, repeat it. Repeat it as often as you can. Use stories, use illustrations, right? Repeat it. Never assume people will hear you the first time. It takes time before vision lodges in people's hearts and minds. So do it again and again and again and again. Okay, I hope that helps. Akuna, we're almost done. We're almost done. Just 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. How do you identify the door opener? The results. It's the results. It's the results, right? So so for me, it's teaching. It's what I'm doing right now, right? That's what opens the door. That's not the only gift I have, but that's what opens the door to everything else. It's the teaching. I was wondering why people were not inviting me to speak at conferences. Then I went on radio, and then the invitations started pouring in. And I found out, 1, it was because they did not know me and did not know what my unique value was that I had to add to their lives. They did not know what my unique message was. Okay, check the results. How do we have some of the old teachings from the entrepreneurship classes? I'll work with our team, to recover recover some. I think we have some of them, and we'll make it part of our 30th anniversary celebration in this time. So old classics, let's put them like that. I'm 25 years old, creative, and one of my last missions is to help young minds discover their creative potential and apply it to valuable solutions. Okay, good. How can I get other persons to buy this vision, especially in building a core team? And I want to be known for creativity like you are for leadership. How can I achieve that? So first, be talking about it. Be learning and be talking. Be learning and be talking. Be learning and be talking. I got known for success and leadership by going on the media. I was on radio and TV. Remember, that was 30 years ago. This is now. And you have social media. Social media was not in existence when I was starting out. Your social media platform is your own TV station, your own radio station, your own newspaper house. Treat it like that. And what you have to say it there. But be intentional about how you say it, about the words that you use. Once in a while, be contrarian. In other words, there's a general way people think about creativity or some subject, and you have some new idea, maybe because of what you read or your meditation, come out, with that contrarian idea, that one that is opposite to what everybody thinks. When I want to get people's attention with such an idea, I say, don't let anybody deceive you. You've been hearing this and this and that. It doesn't always work like that. It also works like this, Okay? And be consistent. Again, remember, I've been at it now, actually, some 3 to 4 decades. Video materials on church growth. I have a big announcement coming in the next few months. A training that will be very helpful along those lines. But for now, you can just check on YouTube and see what can be helpful to you. Chief Weze says, I just read your book, Success is Who You Are, and it was mind-blowing. Thank you. It's one of the best books I wrote. Just letting people know success. Most people treat success at a superficial level. They focus on doing and having. They don't know the equation is being and then doing and then having. So the book addresses that. It's on Amazon and available also around Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. Has this been helpful? I think I've kept us long enough for today. Has this been helpful? If this has been helpful at all, can you help me to type a Y, letter Y, in the chat room? If I see 5 of them, then I will know that, okay, this was helpful to somebody, okay? Thank you. Meanwhile, remember to get on the wait list for the Mastermind. Only 100 people in this world, and we'll focus on them for a world-changing experience. Thank you. And then Shift Conference Lagos sponsorship, wait list. We can't wait to see you. Oh, wow. So many Ys. So many Ys. Oh, Ruth says, watching from New Jersey, USA. Success is Who You Are is a book I plan to read every year. Oh, wow. You've turned it into a reference book. Watch every year, and your YouTube channel is my lecture room. Oh, thank you for the compliments. Thank you, everyone. That's amazing. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening. We should be back next Monday or the one after. And very soon, please watch out. We'll be starting our registration for the Mastermind. Have a beautiful evening. Or if it's still daytime, enjoy the rest of your day. Or if it's night, have a restful night. Or if it's morning already, have a beautiful morning and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing week ahead. Bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Shift Conference. Before I say anything, please can we put our hands together for Dr. Samadeyemi.
I was on a salary of 30,000 naira a month, and I asked myself, Gabriel, what else can you do to earn 30,000 naira a month? If I can sell 1 truck of diesel, I'll make 30,000 naira a month. When you have a strategy, you implement it.
You must be intentional about building strategic relationships. The power that you have is not absolute in the space, because you must control the space to work, to support you to deliver value. Hard work is good. I didn't say don't work hard, but working smart is better. Working smart is about maximizing productivity using every resource that is available to you.
Your mindset is like a compass. If it's off just a little bit, it's going to take you a lot of time to reach your goals. See, money is a tool. And so what I realized is if a person can change their priorities around their money, they could change their outcome. If they can change their mindset around their money, they could change their money outcome. Our financial outcomes is a derivative of our money behaviors.
You cannot travel within and stand still without. When you see cannot, that's riding on the principle. If I could push the inside, the outside is designed to do everything possible to catch up with it.
It gives us great pleasure to unveil to you, reveal to the world for the first time, his latest book titled Shift.